Hello, Blue here again, and welcome to another 2019 PCL preseason roster breakdown. This is video 8 of the series. Missed any of the previous videos? Be sure to check them out afterwards. And thanks for checking out the Console Pro News channel brought to you by Console Corner, and be sure to subscribe for more great Paladins and Smite console esports news and updates. The French get a ton of slack in console Paladins. Angry throws, and the entire French community's only decent players are the ones we see play in PCL or PCS mostly. I try my hardest not to believe this, but all anyone has been saying for a while is exactly that. However, there's a new squad trying to prove this wrong. The Xbox EU team, known as the French Agency, is looking to show the world that they are better than decent. Finishing third in Week 1 qualifiers was the first step, taking a demanding 3-0 victory over Team Viral to be named the third seed going into groups after Week 2 qualifiers were the next big step in their mission. This roster intrigues me for many reasons. Starting off, they have xNyjuw coming back this season, who had a decent PCL season in 2018. He played for OTP, who was one of the 3 teams league-wide to never find a victory. To be fair, the team was plagued with roster problems and even made a huge mid-season overhaul and didn't really find chemistry until it was all too late. Nadja was a frontline player for a long time, but has been dipping his hat into the flex role as of recently, and it hasn't been the best either. His stats were almost nowhere near other flex players of his caliber and made him drop in the top 100 players to number 67. I think he is a better tank player and can hang with the big guns if he sticks to it. He either needs to stick to tank to continue success into 2019 or severely work on his ability to flex to other roles such as damages and flanks, or he could be in for another disappointing season. Joining xNyjuw once more is NinjaXhen, who, like Alex Kid from PS4 EU, left his team after Week 1 of the PCL season. I didn't like this choice. It affected the team at a huge level and left the team in a bad state roster-wise. They were able to bring in Westside, who, as talented as he is, doesn't compare to NinjaXhen. Now, however, he is back. And the best part? He has paired with xNyjuw again. These two, when together on Frontlines, are scary good. Even Narc back in the day used to tell me they are giants when playing together. I rated them the best tank duo back during the summer of 2018, and for good cause. xNyjuw and Ninja were on track to be a dominant core to a young team, but it all fell apart way too early on in their PCL careers. Now OTP is gone, and the French Agency has been established. We finally get the core frontline duo to build around, and it will be exciting to see how they lead together once again. Legendz had a tough time in 2018. His team tried to tell him he had to work on his positioning, but as hard-headed as he was, he never believed them. He was quote-unquote fragging in his mind. Well, after weekly stats and leaderboards were released, he quickly learned for himself the proof was in the pudding. He led the league in deaths overall with a tremendous 142. To put that into perspective for you, the player in second place, Cultura Scred, only had 108. Legendz realized he had to do something, so towards the end of the season he started to play safer, and you could tell at times he was scared to engage and never wanted to force situations as much as he once never hesitated about. Well, he has returned, and he's playing support now. Now, after what I just told you, this is probably making you laugh or wonder what in the world his team is thinking. A guy who literally dies on cooldown is your support player, the person who is not supposed to die at all. After playing 2 weeks of qualifiers, my speculation was completely deleted. This guy actually can play support, and pretty freaking well at that. If he continues this trend and listens to his team when they try to help his game, then he should be just fine. He was number 94 in the top 100 last season. Stay alive and heal the French tank duo, and that number should go up fairly quickly without a doubt. Valerian will be playing DPS this season for the Frenchies. Someone who has been posting free agent tweets for a while has finally found a home. One he would like to stay with, that is. Someone who has remained committed to the scene after many failures, minor success, and as a spectator when not making a PCL roster is amazing to see. Playing the hit scans, he should finally get the chance to prove he waited for a reason. Gives me the Joel Embiid vibes. We gonna hear the trust the process chants if he starts to pop off and frag out in the PCL if they end up making the league? Who knows? They're one step closer after making group stages. Keep the same mentality and keep trying to improve like he has been during his time out of the scene, and he just might be the next breakout player in 2019. Next is Boz Arthur, who I honestly do not know much about. I've heard mixed reviews. No game sense, decent blaster player, can flex the damage supports, and other nonsense. Nothing is going to persuade me. Either way, good or bad, until I see it for myself. Same boat as Valerian. Old-time players, rookies if making the PCL, and looking to prove why the French are angry but hungry at the same time. As long as Boz stays committed and learns the in and outs of Paladins at a high level such as this, he should be in a good place with players like xNyjuw and Ninja to guide him. We came to play. That's the French, and they're looking to prove something. A statement has been made, taking 3rd seed going into groups with a 3-0 win over a former PCL team in Viral, and now an off week to regroup and grind is a good seat to be in. Next goal is making the actual league. Then and only then they will be on a mission to solidify the French as better than said. Tier 2 for the boys so far, only because they have young and untested talent, but their skill has put them ahead of some competition early on in the field. What do you think of the 2019 French agency roster? Do you think they will finally give the French a name in the PCL? What team should we break down in our next video? Let me know in the comments below, and follow myself on Twitter at RealBlueTV with no E in blue. Don't forget to also sub to the channel for more console paladins and Smite esports news and updates. Follow Console Pro News on Twitter at Console Pro News, and check out the website consolecorner.co to submit your team's 2019 roster. And last but not least, we also have an official Console Corner Discord, and all links to these are in the description below. Until next time, here's a pointless fact. Bibliophobia is the fear of books. Keep grinding, everyone.